Howdy, and welcome back to another video. This go around, I'm going to try and work on a cylinder head. Hooray. So, what the plan is all these goodies are meant for the 1983 Honda Civic 1.5 liter CVCC that I have off to that side of the wall. It is partially dismantled, and I'm not even sure if I have all the parts. But it is about time we find out and hopefully get this car running. I want it to run. I've got this weird desire to drive the damn thing. So, we're going to go over a little bit of what we have, what I'm going to try and do, so on and so forth. Let's cover basics. Here's the cam. I've skimmed over it a little bit. Seems mostly fine. Could probably be cleaned up a little, but nothing significant. Here's, I believe the term would be rockers, whatever. We have no valves here, and I think these are called seats. I am not 100% sure. But, this is stuff I'm going to learn as I go. Here's another little tidbit before I go too far. Here we go. Oil pump drive, I think it is, or whatever. Used for turning the oil pump. And underneath here, we have, me pulling that out a little further. We have the missing valves. We have, I believe this is like more or less the emission chamber thingy. Not sure how much it impedes performance or anything, but whatever. We'll find that out another time. Well, we're not going to find out. Who am I kidding? Previous owner provided parts. I'm going to guess this is a intake or exhaust valve. I don't know. But let's actually get it out of the box. Beck Arnley, new valves. There's that. So, as you can tell, this looks a little dirty, and I was told this was all cleaned up, but I don't know if I'm buying it. I mean, seen better days, so I'm contemplating either just getting it cleaned up, like taking everything else apart and getting it cleaned, verify it's flat, yada yada yada, or just going with it. I don't know. We'll find out. But what I am planning on doing is actually putting this together. What that means is I have a valve spring compressor in here. I have a lapping tool and lapping compound. Because there's new valves there, I feel like I should use them. Also, the previous owner provided a whole bunch of gaskets and stuff, which we will eventually use. And we also have all the old stuff. So, like number 3 intake valve, if you can look. It's looking a little dirty. Springs. I guess that's a retainer, but I don't know. So we've got a whole bunch of those there. What I feel like I should do is get stuff on my finger. I'm really torn on this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this cleaned. Makes the most sense. So I need to remove these. I don't think there were more parts available. So those will probably have to be reused. I might look into if I even need to worry about it or if I can maybe remove them. I don't know. Here's where the spark plugs go. Part numbers, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, this is my first time fully inspecting stuff. I brought it inside. But I will be using that. And I also will probably look online for other little tidbits to make sure I get it right, because it took me some research to find out these don't use valves, or not valves, bearings here. I guess it's called like a float style or something. So this is all going to be knowledge, or yeah, it'll be interesting for me. Anyway, with that said, I guess I'm going to try and dismantle the rest of this real quick, and we will go from there. So, you have just watched me fiddle with, this head. I recently just sprayed some deep creep into each of these, hoping to loosen them up and pull them out. During that process, I decided to, start trying to maybe remove these, figuring out their valve seals. And sanity check, I wanted to look at them, compare them to what was coming. It's a good thing I looked and was careful. Apparently, previous owners, here's one packaging. No true distinguishing label between the 8 valve stem seals and the 4 for the auxiliary valves. And you honestly, I don't think, can tell a difference. So I'm hoping they're all the same. I hope. Hey, where'd one go? Oh, there. Okay. But anyway, that one was a sealed package. This one was cut, and there was like 2 in here. The rest of these were luckily still in a box that had no seal on the bottom end. Remember, when taking on someone else's project, check everything. Do what I did not. With that said, I'm going to fiddle, see about removing these just so I can get this off the, assume that's the valve seat or valve spring seat. There we go. That's the word. Anyway, I would be back. And we are back after some of that cleaning, and I went a little further, but it's still not perfect. It is a little lighter, a little less gunk. Still haven't been able to remove these. So I might not remove them, but I don't have to move on to that step yet. So what I do need to do, well, actually, I've cleaned all this. And, cleaned some there. Cleaned a little in there. It's not perfect, but not bad. I mean, for something that does like 60, 70 horsepower, should be perfect. But I ordered, new intake valves, because as you saw, we have new exhaust valves. So why not do new intake? And with that, I did order what appear to be the standard goodies for doing, replacing valves. Valve lapper and valve grinding. I will verify the procedure, but from what I understand, you put some of this gunk on the valve or on the head, whatever. Then you twist quite a bit with these things. Get all of them nice and from what I gather, it pretty much mates the valve to the seat. Right? Or not the seat, but you know what I mean. So I'm going to be trying to do that this go around. I cannot find all the pieces for this because I was considering replacing the valve guides. Good luck. There are some exhaust ones available. I could not find any intake, at least on Rock Auto, in a quick search. So we're going to keep that all how it is. With that said, we will wait for the intake valves to come in, probably in a few days, whatever. and then we will go through that process. We will be back with some pretty time lapse. Hooray! Here we are. I have finally received all of my valves. As you can tell, there's a new intake valve. There is an old one. Let's not get shadow on it. So as you can tell, I don't think it's horrible, but it's not nice and shiny and new. So I will now go through, lap all these, number them, and get ready to re-clean this head to make sure I don't leave any of the lapping compound or valve grinding compound. With that said, let's go. And here we are, valves lapped. I've still got to clean, like thoroughly, brake cleaner bath, or if I can find anyone. But I feel like, aside from that one, which I did go back over, I feel like everything's pretty smooth. So, pretty good there. Got them labeled by cylinder. You know, I'll just have to be careful when I go through and spray these down too, because you may have seen a few times I had to finagle them in because the old plastic or something, they're sticky, not smooth surfaces. Like, it's just residue. I need to clean it off. So, but for the most part, very happy with the outcome. Next, you should be seeing me assemble things. Let's find out. And it is mostly assembled because the next few steps require me to, like put it in the car and stuff, because, you got the oil pump gear cover, which, maybe I can remove, whatever. It'll be there later. So, got a cam seal in there. Got this thing, which I need to tighten a little bit. Yeah, I still haven't done valve adjustment. The lovely manual here has that as a later step. And the manual, which is this thing, definitely, it threw me off a little, because it's like, well, you can do the rocker assembly and stuff like that first, which I wanted to do because the car is outside. So I followed that, but then, panicked at other steps. Some things that don't completely make sense, but I'll deal with it. On these faces, I need to put, what is the word? In the front recess, apply a small amount of non-hardening sealant to the joint faces in the recesses in the two end caps of the camshaft. There. Oh, I don't want to tighten that because I need to do that. Anyway, so I kind of thought that, maybe something like that would have been better under, like, and let it squish out, but whatever. I don't fully understand, and half the time I replace seals, they leak anyway. So, with that said, thank you for watching, yada, yada, yada. And as you guess, next video is probably going to be installing that, trying to get things running, things of that nature. Have a good day. Blah, blah, bye-bye.